4 Kiambu County officials will remain in police custody for 10 days to allow for further investigations into the puzzle behind the collapsed building in Ruaka that led to the death of 2 people. Now, Stephen Bundi Njiraini, John Murimi Mwobe, Pauline Njeri Wanjiku, and Geoffrey Mathini Kamau will be charged with manslaughter after they allegedly failed to act in ensuring that the owners of the building that crumbled complied with all the approved construction requirements. And as Serfine Achieng reports, this is just another of the many cases of such buildings which came down, claiming lives and attracting nothing but tough talk and minimal action against the owners.
Stephen Bundi Njiraini, John Murimi Mwobe, Pauline Njeri Wanjiku, and Geoffrey Mathini Kamau appeared before Kiambu Principal Magistrate Manuela Kenyanjui Tuesday and are expected to be charged with manslaughter after they allegedly failed to act in ensuring that the owners of the building that crumbled complied with all the approved construction requirements.
Are mandated in vetting the drawings, serving notices to non-compliance and development, and enforcing the requirements of the notices served, which they omitted to act, and in such an omission led to the collapse of the said building, thereby causing death.
When the IO comes to court and says that the respondents were acting in the vetting of drawings, monitoring ongoing projects under construction, and serving notices, he is not disclosing that this particular structure did not have approved drawings that they had vetted. So they had no control.
The 4 suspects will remain in police custody for another 10 days to allow the investigating officer more time to conclude investigations.
In the interest of justice, I shall grant the police a period of 10 days to complete investigations and prefer necessary charges. And so the respondents will be detained at Karori police station. So we'll mention after 10 days.
The owner of the building, Jennifer Wangari Kamau, who was arrested at the Jomo Kenyatta International Airport while planning to flee from the country, was however not presented in court. The case is up for mention on the 8th of December 2022. This, however, is just one among the many such cases in court due to a surge in collapsed buildings across the country. A 7-story building in Kasarani collapsed a week ago, causing the deaths of at least 3 people. Earlier, an 8-story building collapsed in Tasia Estate in Embakasi. In September 2022, another 6-story building collapsed in Kirigiti area, claiming 5 lives. In August 2022, 2 people died after a 2-story building collapsed in Mwiki Estate in Kasarani, Nairobi County. And in May 2022, a building collapsed in Kihunguro in Ruiru, Kiambu County. In March this year, a 5-story building under construction caved in Kinoo. National Construction Authority CEO Engineer Mathini says the causes of buildings collapsing range from poor workmanship to non-compliance with building standards, which include inadequate structural design, use of substandard materials, as well as inadequate maintenance.
For every 10 sites visited, on average, we have about 30. So about 3%, 3 out of 10, or 30%, so to speak, that are having total non-compliance. When I talk about total non-compliance, is a building that is not meeting all the 3 or all the 7 items I mentioned. It's a building without a registered contractor. It's a building without engineer, no architect, without professionals. That is a building without site signboard, a building without safety considerations, a building whose project or no compliance certificate. That is a total non-compliant site.
The National Construction Authority has it that the earliest documented case of building collapse in Kenya was in 1990, when the collapse of a multi-story building in Dagoretti killed 1 person and injured others. Over 90 other cases have been reported since, with the worst case reported on 4th January 2015, when a 7-story residential building in Huruma, Nairobi Estate collapsed and claimed the lives of 52 people, injuring 32 others. President Uhuru Kenyatta ordered an audit of all the country's buildings to see if they were up to code.
The worst case happened around January 2015, when we had an existing building at that time, which was fully occupied. And unfortunately, the country lost 52 lives or souls, very unfortunately. And since that time, we've been working on measures. We really put a lot of measures in place to ensure that we arrest or we forestall any cases of such.
In an audit carried out in 2018 by the National Building Inspectorate covering 14,895 buildings, 723 were deemed very dangerous, 10,791 were categorized as unsafe, 1,217 were listed as fair, and 2,194 approved as safe. It is estimated that over 200 people have lost their lives since the first building collapsed in 1990, with thousands injured. The economy has equally lost over 2.4 billion shillings worth of investments. The journey to hold the owners accountable has, however, been fruitless, with only 1% of these cases making it to court.
We have a number of cases currently going on in court to prevent or to deter as a deterrence. But now, we're also looking forward for working together with the judiciary to ensure that the cases that are ongoing are at least expeditiously worked on, so that at least we can take action.
Akech recommends a multi-pronged approach to securing convictions and inculcating a culture of good construction practice. Serfine Achieng, Citizen TV.